All right. Hey, so this says I'm live. Crazy, crazy. I had to edit something. I didn't know I had to have a different kind of account on X to go live. That's different. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about getting it now. Why wait? Get it now. Well, what is it? Well, so I've got this guy here in the background and he's going, yay, trying to get something, right? Raising his hands and he's excited about something. Well, in the comments to this, I ask just a simple question. What is it that you want? If you stop right now, what do you want most? Well, what do you want most? When I ask that question to myself or others, we're tempted to give a real glib, quick answer. I want $1 million. I want $1 billion. I want somebody to disappear. I want to, we list something that we think in a moment will give us some instant gratification, especially when we do that stuff with money. We say, I want $1 billion because we have this idea that a ton of money is going to solve everything else that we want. The place I want to live, the car I want to have, all the bills are gone, all the collectors are gone, everything I ever wanted to buy, I can buy. And that's very fun and tempting, and it would be fun for a while, I'm sure. But it doesn't last very long. And here's how I know that. I lived at a time when I had lots and lots of money and several years, and I bought lots of things. I had a neighbor that told me he had garage envy. I had 6 cars and 2 motorcycles and a whole bunch of other things we won't get into right now that were not healthy. But here's the thing, money doesn't create happiness. What we really want, and when we say, I want money, is you want to be happy. What do you really want? Well, I'll bet you what you really want is to be happy, be excited. You want to wake up in the morning and not hit snooze. You want to wake up in the morning and say, yeah, I can't wait. Like you feel when you're going skiing for the first time in the season, or you're going on vacation, or, you're doing something really exciting. That's what we want. We want to live there. So then the question is, if you knew you could have that, be happy every single day, what we really all want, just happy, would you get it? Would you do what it takes to go get it? Now, it's a sad thing because most times when I ask that, people say, I'll do anything. I'll do anything to be happy. And happy includes healthy, money, whatever it is. And the truth is, you won't. You won't. And there's a couple of reasons. I saw a post earlier today that talked about we love, clinging to our favorite miseries. We don't want to give up our suffering because suffering partly defines us. We're wed to our excuses. We're connected at the hip to our suffering and to the things we talk about and complain about. Well, what if getting rid of suffering, what if getting rid of excuses was possible for you? And you don't have to go have surgery and you don't have to go have a personality makeover, none of that. What if in your own heart and mind you could do that? You could create the changes you want because nobody's going to change you. I mean, you can go to the hair salon and get a haircut. You can go get your hair colored red or green or some other color, and that changes your appearance. It doesn't change who you are. You can go buy a new set of clothes. You can go get some really cool shoes. You can do all that, but it doesn't change who we are. If we're going to be happy, my discovery is we change who we are. Change who we are. Now, I'm not a hugely political animal by any stretch, and I live in Canada anyway, but I have been watching the US political stuff right now, and there's a convention of one of the parties going on, and one of the candidates had an assassination attempt a few days ago, and the bullet hit him. And, I don't know what that's going to do for an individual. I know what dying did for me and did to me, what it taught me, what I learned, how I understood life differently, what became important. And you know what one of the benefits was? I really understood what it took to be happy. And so today, this is now nearly 7 years, 18, 19, 20, 22, 3, 2, 4, sorry, 6 years, a little over 6 years from when I died. And you know what? One of the consequences is I'm happy every day, all day long, and nothing can change that. Now, here's the interesting discovery. For me, it took that big of a wake-up call, slapped all over the place by dying. I had contracted a fatal illness and died. But it didn't have to. The choices that I make to be happy all the time have nothing to do with the dying and the illness. In fact, that left my lungs trashed and a whole bunch of other things that are still ongoing consequences and may last the rest of my life. And I don't care. It changed my understanding of what it takes to be happy. Now, I didn't have to have that. That change of understanding was available to me before that happened. Unfortunately, for lots of us, it takes a big 2x4 to make those changes. That's what I love about the work I do. I'm a coach. And it's not about telling people marketing strategies and how to do better videos and how to create viral content and those kinds of things. Although we can have conversations about that and I can give advice and I know some things about that because I've been marketing now for 15 years. But the thing that makes us happy isn't more money, isn't more downloads, isn't more subscribers. It's doing something that matters. It's making a choice. So back to the very beginning, what do you really want? You want to be happy. Of course you do. We all do. That happiness is available to you right now if you are willing to let go of your misery. Choose to be happy. That's easy for me to say. If it's not a habit, it's really hard to do. So what I would invite you to do is a tiny increment, three invitations. One, www.yourultimatelife.ca. There's some free resources there that will help you create happiness. The second thing is get the help you need, no matter what it is. I needed that. I lived for decades without it and suffered because of it and clung to my misery and suffering. I ended up with lots of counselors and coaches and things that finally have got me where I am. And I'm grateful beyond words. And we're going to, in a couple of weeks, be treated to athletes that are at the pinnacle of their performance. And believe me, they've worked and bled and sweated and just, sacrificed and done everything to get to their top of their game. Well, if the top of your game is complete, joyful happiness, why don't you go there? Get the help you need. It's worth the effort. Standing there looking at the mountaintop saying, I can never get there is true. Grabbing the help you need and getting on the way is the key to making it true. All right, the last invitation is this. Start small. Like nobody falls up a mountain. You don't stand at the bottom and look at the top and say, ding, I'm suddenly at the top. Pick one of your favorite miseries, one of your favorite complaints, and just today, just let it go. Allow yourself to be joyful. Allow that misery to be gone. It's a choice. You don't have to be tortured by a thing, someone else's words or thoughts or behavior. It's in our heads. That was one of the greatest liberations for me is I quit letting people torture me, with what they said. Doesn't matter. If you want to be happy, start on the road. There's a road from where you are right now to complete happiness. Join me on it. I'll see you tomorrow.